Welcome to the Your Next Level podcast. I'm your host, Insaaf Daniels. Join me every Monday for a new episode where we talk career, manifestation, money, relationships, and so much more. Join us as we show you how to get from where you're at to your next level. You can expect a new episode every single Monday. Welcome to Your Next Level with Insaaf Daniels. Raise your hand if you want to be a millionaire. How quickly did you raise it? Did you even raise it? Okay. Was it immediate or did you hesitate? Maybe deep down you dream of being a millionaire, but you too shy to say it out loud or fully own it. And that hesitation could be why you haven't manifested any money yet, or why you're struggling to manifest money. We all want to call in money quickly. And my friend, the good news is that we can if we aligned and we do the inner work. Yes, there is work involved. This isn't an episode where I'm just going to tell you to say 3 affirmations and then expect millions. In this episode, I'm going to help you shift from a scarcity to abundance so that you can live your best luxury life consistently. Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's episode. I'm your host, Insaaf Daniels, and I'm so excited to chat to you about manifesting money. Maybe you want to earn more from your current source of income. Maybe it's your job or your business, or maybe you want to have multiple streams of income flowing in, have many bank accounts where each of it just has so much abundance in it, and walk into stores without needing to check the price tag. And I want that for you too. So let's dive into this week's episode, how we can manifest that reality together. So it all starts with rewiring your subconscious. The first step is to shift your subconscious thoughts around money. What do you currently believe? When you pay for something, how does it feel? When your car payment goes off, what is that feeling in your body? When you pay for medical aid that you rarely use, what comes up? The energy behind how you speak about money and the thoughts you hold are incredibly powerful. If we don't clear and rewire these subconscious patterns, they will continue to block your abundance. So take a moment and reflect. What are your current beliefs around money? Okay, some that our common beliefs are money doesn't grow on trees, money is inconsistent, I have to work hard for money, everything is too expensive, the government takes all my money. Now ask yourself, okay, once you have thought about your beliefs, you can pause this episode right here, think about it, or you can come back, journal it out. What are your beliefs about money? And once you have done that, think about where do those beliefs come from? Are they true? And are they even yours? For example, if you believe that you have to work really hard for your money, okay, think about, are there any people that you know who seem to live life with so much ease, always on vacation, yet still making so much money? You're like, how do they do it? They just making money look so easy. And if it's possible for them, then it is possible for you. So that would mean that that belief about you have to work so hard to earn money is not true. Take a moment to think about, okay, what are your beliefs about money? Where do they stem from? Is this your belief? Is this belief true? And sit with it and work through it. Because if you don't work through this part, you will not be able to attract more money in, because there are still this subconscious beliefs that you have around money that you may not even know that you have. And that is causing the resistance of money flowing into your life. The second thing you want to do, we're going to call this part is forgive and release. Okay, who do you need to forgive when it comes to money? And maybe you need to give this one a think as well. Is there someone who maybe owes you money that you holding a resentment towards? Okay, I know that was in my case, someone owed me money and I was 5 years later still mad because they didn't pay my money back. Okay, holding on to these debts in our mind creates blocks, and it blocks the flow of money coming in. You can't welcome new wealth if you are clinging on to your past grievances. Let go, let that energy let go, and open up the channels for abundance to come in. So I want you to think about who do you need to forgive with regards to money? What stories have you been holding on? Maybe there were people in your life, maybe it's like your family or your friends that had given you and made you feel so uncomfortable when it came to money. And can you forgive and let it go? Can you like shift your thinking to this had happened, but I am like ready to call in like three times more than the money that you had given them. You are ready to call in like much more than the experience that had happened with that money. Then we want to move on to clearing your space for abundance. Okay. Money and everything really that you want to call in life, like you want to create a clear space for it to come in. Okay. Clean out the spaces where your money lives. So, like your wallet, your purse, your car, maybe your jackets. Clear out all receipts and organize your cards like in a nice way. How would you want like your money to live? If you were getting in so much money, like you want to prepare your space that you put money in for it to be ready for the money to come into your life. This is like really helpful in just creating that space for openness. Treat your financial space like with love and care, making it like just a nice clean space calling in like I am ready, I have made space for you to come into my life. Then you want to get clear on your finances. Okay, money loves clarity. Do you have a budget in place, like a current budget? Do you know exactly how much money is coming in and what is going out? If you have debt, have you put a plan in place as to how you're going to pay it off? Okay, even if it's going to take you a long time, but instead of just being like, oh, this debt, this debt, this debt, and like every time you have to pay a credit card or a bill, for example, it's giving you like this heavy like feeling of like, when is this going to end? Do you know when it's going to end? Do you have a plan in place? Do you have a budget to say by X date, I will actually be done with this? Then at least like when you are paying towards that debt every month, you know that there's an end date. It's not going to be like this forever. And it will also allow you to like see, okay, if you have extra money, like you'd be able to add towards that. That's exactly what I did like back in the day when I had debt. I was super clear on like who I owed money to, how much I needed to pay every month, by when I was going to be done paying them. And the moment I had extra money, maybe I got a promotion at work or something like that, the extra money, I was like, okay, if I split it like this and like this and like this, and then in that way, I will pay this off sooner. So having that clarity around your finances really creates peace of mind and signals to the universe that you are ready for more. The next one that we're going to shift to once you have completed that is setting your money intentions. Okay, how much money are you actually calling in? Because often people's like, oh, I want to manifest more money, I need more money. But how much money? Number one, you want to be clear about that. And what are you going to do with it? Like, what is the plan? So you want to write down the exact amount of money that you want to call in, and then like kind of plan for it. Like, okay, if you have X amount, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to pay off debt? Are you going to add some into savings? Are you going to go on a vacation? Okay, or are you going to be making a big purchase? Like you want to have a plan around it. And in that way, like you'll be more open to like when money coming in, like instead of just like getting rid of it, because some of us like feel uncomfortable with money. One of you that may be listening, like your life may be every time money comes in, like it goes out. And that might even be a limiting belief. But if you have a plan for it, like when your money comes in, you will like set that intention because you've previously set that intention of what you're going to do with the money. It's going to be more like an act of feeling good when you are, whether it is savings or whether it's a vacation versus like just like buying like unnecessary things. Put a plan in place. How much money is it that you want to manifest? And what are you going to do with the money when you get it? Whether it is putting it in a savings, like it is fine. Your money can lay there, but have an intention with it. Okay. The universe loves like you to be specific about the things that you want to call in. If you want to buy a car, like visit the car dealership, check if it's a vacation, like go to the vacation like flight center or whatever, or Google online and find out about the vacation. Like With the car, how much does the car cost that you actually want? Often, like, I chat to people and they're like, oh, I want to manifest a car. I'm like, how much is the car? They don't know. I'm like, do you know what it feels like to be in the car? No. How can you like manifest something that you don't even know what it feels like? You need to be like, put yourself in close proximity to those things that you want to manifest. And this really goes like with everything. If it's a vacation, go and Google how much are the flights going to cost? Like, how much are like what's the accommodation going to be like, etc. If you want to save your money, open up that savings account now. There is nothing stopping you from like putting yourself in close proximity to the things that you want to manifest. Then this is a very important thing as well, is to create a gratitude practice for your money. Okay, every morning or evening you choose, write down 5 things that you are grateful for that you've spent your money on. Okay, the reason why this is important is because often, like, when we lack money in our life, what we are doing is like we're always complaining about it. Like, oh, my money goes up very quickly, there isn't enough. You're like upset about that other time, like a year ago, when you spent the money at that one moment that you had so much money, and then you spent it on unnecessary things, and now a year later you're still beating yourself up about it. Like, that is the stories that is coming into your head in the mornings, in the evenings, before you go to bed, etc. So we're going to change that. Okay, we want to shift from like those old stories of money and you complaining about money. Okay, you want to shift into the mindset of gratitude. Okay, because the more like the thing you give attention to, that's like what you're going to call more in. The grass is greener where you water it, or something like that. So you want to, if you're going to water like the negative thoughts and the negative experiences that you have had, then what are you going to get? You're going to get more negative, right? So why not water the positive experiences? Okay, why not shift things to look in a space of gratitude versus negative? So you're going to write down every single day 5 things that you are grateful for, that you have spent your money on. And then the second thing you are going to do is write down 5 things that you are grateful for that you are going to spend your money on. Okay, so but you're going to write it as if it already happened. So for example, you are going to say like your first 5 things, it's going to be like, I am so grateful for the money that allows me to drive my amazing car. Okay, you can say, I am so like, these are the first 5 things are going to be the things that your money is already like you have, that your money is paying for. And then the next 5 things are like the 5 things of the future that you're grateful for, but you're going to write it as if it already happened. Okay, so let's do this exercise. Okay, 5 things that we are grateful for. So for example, you could say, I am so happy and grateful that my money paid for this device that I can listen to this podcast's on right now. I am so happy and grateful that my money was able to purchase me the meal that I'm going to have, that I just had. I'm so happy and grateful that my money that I had was able to purchase me the clothes that I have. I'm so happy and grateful that the money that I have was able to purchase a ticket to this event. I am so happy and grateful that the money that I have pays for the electricity so that I can like, always have electricity in my house. So those are 5 things that you currently have, that you're grateful that you spend your money on. So the next 5 things are things that we are going to manifest. Okay, so I'll use this as an example of what I am manifesting. So I'll say, I am so happy and grateful that the money that I have allowed me to go on an amazing Paris trip. I am so happy and grateful that the money that I have is allowing me to pay for this incredible Porsche car that I am so happy with driving every single day. I am so happy and grateful that the money that I have allowed me to buy like an apartment. And I can't believe like I have like my first apartment. And then I am so happy and grateful that the money that I have allowed me to give my parents like more money. And I was able to take them on vacation and they were so happy about it. Last one, I'm so happy and grateful that the money that I have, I was able to go to this charity organization and I was able to, donate X amount. So what I just did there was 5 things that I am grateful for that I'm spending my money on now, and then 5 things that I'm grateful for that I will be spending my money on in the future, but as if it had already happened. So why are we doing that? Okay, like I said, when you practice gratitude, you're calling in, like the more you are grateful for things, the more things you will call in. That's an energetic match. So you're basically shifting your energy. And then the five things that we are grateful for basically in the future, but we're acting as if it had already happened. Our brain does not know the difference between what has happened and what has not happened. So things like affirmations, things like doing this gratitude, saying things as if it had already happened, even if it didn't, our brains are going to go out there during the day and try to look for matches, okay? Because we said it, so it must be true. So our brains are going to be like investigators and are going to like look through everything to signal to us that this had already happened. And in this way, okay, your brain is going to find things that are going to match up. And this is how like aligned action comes into play. So for example, if I like every day I'm writing down, I'm so happy and grateful that, I was able to go to charity and donate X amount. Okay. Did that happen in reality? No, it didn't. But if I'm telling myself that every single day, what's going to end up happening? I'm going to end up like going to search for a charity, or I'm going to have a random conversation with someone and they can tell me something about a charity and I'm going to be like, oh, okay. Like they would have probably told me that anyway about a charity, and I would have not paid attention. But because it was fresh in my mind that I want to donate to a charity, when they tell me about it, I'm going to be like, oh, this links and this makes sense. And then, for example, the thing about like wanting to manifest, like purchasing a flat. Okay. Again, if I were to drive somewhere on a normal day, and I saw, oh, a flat for sale or whatever, I just drive past, go on with my life. But the fact that I am like saying to myself, I have manifested this flat already. If I see this like property, I'm going to actually pay attention. Because it's fresh in my mind that I wanted to manifest a flat and here is a flat for sale. Okay. And then maybe I'm going to view that flat and then maybe I'm going to find out how much it is. And then they're going to tell me. And then I'm going to start saying, like, I'm so happy and grateful that I manifested a flat that cost X amount. Okay, my brain's going to think that I had already manifested it because I was telling it that I already manifested and it's that amount. And then what's going to happen next is my brain's going to start looking for ways for me to make that money. And then other opportunities might pop up that I would have not seen, or things maybe someone else would have been talking about something, and my brain is gonna like search for ways to show that what I had written down was facts. And in this way, I'm going to be able to like call in the things that I want, and my brain, because I've written everything down and acted as if it already happened, my brain and my energy is going to call on the universe and be like, listen, like I'm an energetic match for this. Open up and show me like how to get this. And the paths will open up and you'll have certain conversations with people and everything will just be, whether it's certain conversations or whether you'll get this email that you wouldn't have looked at, but now it's actually something that is a match for you. And that's really how practicing gratitude, especially the one for the future, how you can step into that energy of the person that you ultimately want to be. Because in totality with manifestation, like you have to become an energetic match for the thing that you want before you are going to get it. Okay, you don't get the thing if you are not yet like the version of yourself, which equals to the energetic match of the thing that you want. If you want to manifest something and it is taking long, it means because you are not yet an energetic match for it. That's why sometimes in life, like you'll be wanting to manifest something so badly and then you'll forget about it. And later in life, that thing will come. Okay. That thing will come and you're like, it hits you like unexpected. You're like, shit, like I wanted this thing and now yeah, but you forgot about it because you were just on your journey of growing into like becoming this person that you wanted to be. And then finally, when you became that person, that thing that you wanted to manifest came. And it usually like just kind of like comes out of nowhere. Like manifestations are always like coming in a way that blows your mind. It never comes like when you expect. It comes when you are an energetic match. And the next one we want to do is we want to speak positively about money. Okay, pay attention to how you talk about money? Are you always speaking negatively? When your paycheck comes in, are you thinking like, oh, it's so little? Or like, oh, this again? Or are you celebrating the flow of money into your account? When I get my paycheck from work every single month, I'm like, I writing down that morning. I am so happy and grateful that without a doubt, my company will pay me this money. Like no matter or like how the month went, whether I had like a really good month or like whether I'm happy in that moment or sad in that moment, whether I was sick or not, my paycheck will come without a doubt. Like that is something for me personally to be so grateful for. Okay, so are you celebrating like when your paycheck comes in? How are you talking about money when you are spending? So when I need to spend, especially when it's a big purchase, I'm always writing. Or I'm always saying every time I spend, money comes back to me twofold. When I purchase my laptop, I'm like, I know it's a lot of money, okay? Which is like it's reality. It's a lot of money, but I will buy my laptop and I'll say, I'm gonna make this money back twice. And that's exactly what I did with my first laptop that I purchased. It was not my first laptop, my first MacBook that I purchased at the time. It was 7,000 Rand, which was expensive at that time. But I was like, I'm going to make the 7,000 Rand back with this laptop. And I made digital products and I sold it online and I made my money back. So the digital products basically ended up paying for the laptop. Because again, like I was kind of like showing gratitude for the future. I was saying, I'm gonna make this money back, like twice, like without a doubt, I'm gonna make money back. And my brain was trying to figure out ways for me to make the money back because I said that I was going to make the money back. And then I probably saw a digital product thing and I was like, hey, let me try that myself. I did it. And then, of course, I was able to, again, make the money back. And that was just like aligned action, being in flow. Okay, so you want to shift the way you speak about money if you are speaking negative things. Okay, once you shift your words about anything, your perception will change and ultimately your reality will shift as well. Then you want to build a relationship with your bank account. I know some of us might be avoiding our bank accounts. Okay. You want to look at your bank account daily. If it is uncomfortable, the more you're going to do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. Okay. Like I said, what you water will grow. Okay. So get comfortable with seeing the numbers in your bank account. You want to like know what is there, right? Don't put like the SMSs off and stuff. Back in the day, I used to do that because I was like, I just don't want to see when the deductions go off. Don't do that. You want to see because what you don't measure cannot grow. When you check your bank account in the morning, so that's what I do. Like after I get up, I do all my things and then I'll open up my bank account. And after you check your bank account, close your eyes and imagine that balance that you saw was higher. Imagine that it was higher than what it was and start like feeling that joy. Like just sit there, like maybe you have 100 Rand in your bank account now. Just sit there and imagine like it is 10,000 Rand. Okay, just imagine like there is nothing like, firstly, there's nothing wrong with imagining. It's you visualizing that the bank account is different. So you are giving energy to like a higher balance. And then think like, if there was 10,000 instead of 100 Rand, like what would you do with that? And like I said again, like your brain is going to start looking for ways because you had visualized it is there and you're going to get comfortable with that numbers being there in your bank account. Because again, some of us have a cap. Maybe you have been earning a certain amount and no matter what you do, no matter like how hard you work, no matter how much more clients you get, no matter how much more products you sell, at the end of the day, like you're just at this certain financial cap. And that is because like subconsciously, you are uncomfortable with like bigger numbers. Okay. So for example, like what do you want to manifest? Okay. Do you want to manifest 1 million? How does it feel to say 1 million? How does it feel to say I want to manifest 1 million? How does it feel to write down, I want to get paid like 1 million? Maybe you're like, it feels ridiculous. Who's going to pay me 1 million? What am I going to do to equal 1 million? Whatever your number is, if those questions are like coming up in your mind, like those thoughts are coming up, like no one's going to pay me 1 million Rand every month, like it doesn't make sense, then that means like you are uncomfortable with that number. But I would say like instead of bringing the number down, try to get more comfortable with the number. And the way you're going to get more comfortable with the number is again by writing down what you would do. If you had X amount of money, what would you do with it? Okay, how much would you put into a savings account? How much would you donate to charity? How much would you invest, etc.? And those are the types of visualizations that you want to have so that your brain and your subconscious can shift out of like that cap that you had, that cap that you put on it, even though you may have not known that you put that money cap on it, so that you can start manifesting more money. The next one is to visualize abundance. So every night before bed, think about your ideal financial like situation. Okay, financial situation is usually like sounds like such a bad term, but financial situation can be like a good term. Okay, you can be in a good financial situation. Okay, see yourself, like visualize this before you go to bed. Okay, visualizing before you go to bed, and then in the morning, just when you're like waking up, those are the best times because you're still like in your subconscious state. So it's like easier to reprogram your subconscious. You see yourself like opening up your bank account and seeing like the amount, like an overflow of wealth. Imagine like getting the things you desire and feel the emotions of them. Okay, you want to like be in it, like, and in that way, like you're gonna go sleep much happier. Would you rather have that? Like, if you think everything that I said is crazy and not possible, wouldn't you rather go to sleep and wake up with like visualizing abundance versus like negative thoughts? What you want to do is give generously. Okay, what I mean by this is at least once a week, give some money, whether it's small amounts. Like, if you can't give when you have a little, then you are not going to give when you have a lot. Okay, because money amplifies who we are. When you share it, you create more space for money to flow in. Give of your money. Like, no matter like how much the amount is, if we can dedicate, like if we can dedicate that every week we are going to give. So if we have like 100 rand, we'll maybe give like, like at this point, like even if you can only give a 1 rand, you want to be in the place to give. Because again, like if you're holding on and being like putting that desperate energy on money, like maybe you have, and you'll see like more is not going to come into your life. It's like when you're in a relationship, and now you're like so clingy to this person. No one wants that, right? So let's create space for money to flow in, and let's start again by giving every single week, whether it is to someone in your family, whether it is to like a person on the street or your waitress, like just, a little bit more than what you would have. Maybe you're going to give them a tip at the restaurant, like maybe you a 10% person, maybe try 11%. Okay. Then the last thing that I'm going to touch on is embodying the wealthy version of you. Okay. Take a moment to imagine what the version of you, like how the version of you who has manifested all the money that she desires, how she shows up in life. Okay, what is her energy like? How does she carry herself? The truth is, to manifest the wealth you desire, like I said, you need to become the version of that, like that version of yourself. You need to step into it now. Okay, if the version of yourself that had manifested a lot of money gives, like I said, then like you need to start giving now. If that's what you said, everything you think you'll do, like when you have money, like you have to start doing it now, even if it is at a smaller scale. If you like, when I have a lot of money, like I am going to go to the nail salon like every week. Okay. If now you can't do it every week, like can you do it once a month? Can you actually like, or even just buy yourself like nice nail polish, even if it's on a discount? If you are like, oh, I am going to go for blowouts every week. If you can't do that right now, firstly, like, can you do it once a month? If you still can't do it once a month, like, can you create like a space for yourself where you give yourself that blowout? So it's like stepping into the wealthy version of yourself. Okay, this version of yourself probably moves through life with confidence, with ease and certainty. She's not stressed about money because she knows that it's always flowing her way. She is generous, she's grateful, and she makes empowered decisions when it comes to money. Okay, she doesn't shy away from opportunities, or she doesn't feel anxious when she spends. She sees it as her investing in her desires because she knows the abundance in her life is just infinite. Okay, now ask yourself, how can you embody that energy today? What action, thoughts, and habits can you adopt to align with that version of yourself? You can maybe start off by like dressing the part. Wear clothes that make you feel abundant, even if it's something like, and this is, I'm not saying buy anything new. I'm saying like look in your closet. What in your closet can you start wearing that makes you feel like, this wealthy version of yourself? Maybe it's a piece of jewelry that makes you feel luxurious. You also want to shift your mindset. Start speaking to yourself as if you already have that money. Affirm, I am a money magnet for wealth, or I make empowered financial decisions. And then educate yourself as well. Okay, maybe you want to start listening to money podcasts. Rather put yourself in that room, in that space where money is like positive. Put yourself in the same room in close proximity with wealthy people. So this doesn't have to be in person. This can even be online. Start watching videos and consuming content of people that are wealthy. Why not? Okay, see how they are acting, see how they are showing up. What books are they reading? What are they listening to? And then always show gratitude for every cent that you spend, knowing that it's going to return to you multiplied. So every time you spend, just say, I'll get this back twofold. Or every time I spend, it comes back multiply. Move with confidence. Walk into spaces as if you belong there, okay? Because you do. You are worthy of financial abundance. So those things like the materialistic things, if I should put it like that, that you want to manifest. If it's a car, go into the dealership because you know you're going to buy it. Like, of course you're going to buy the thing. So why not go in there and go see it? Why not go in there and go view it? Okay. And then at least you know like what it is that you want and like, or rather, the specifics of the thing that you want so that you can become clear on like visualizing this thing because you're going to have it. There's no other choice. It is yours. Embrace generosity, give to others, knowing that there's always more coming your way. This is my manifestation, my money manifestation tips for you. I would suggest that maybe you listen to this over again, take some notes and do the exercises because all of these points are so important in order for you to align your energy into the wealthy version of yourself and ultimately watch the wealth manifest in your reality. You already are that version, that wealthy version. It's just time to step into it. So I hope this episode was helpful. Please share it with someone that you think someone that may benefit from it. And if you did enjoy it, I would so appreciate it if you liked it and if you just leave me a rate and review on any platform that you are listening to. Thank you so much, and I'll chat with you in the next episode. Bye.